Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. That's still my email. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Email me for pricing. I am tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Back during the second generation of the Vacheron Constantin Overseas collection, the company launched its first ever overseas dual time in 2006. In 2010, we got this version of the overseas dual time, nicknamed the Deep Stream. It includes the Deep Stream signature of a steel case and a titanium bezel. We also have a lovely anthracite dial with white gold hands and blackened white gold indices. The watch is 42 millimeters in diameter by 12.5 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip. The total distance across the wrist is 50.5 millimeters. I'll throw the watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and it wears nicely, comfortably. You can see that the downward canting of the lugs helps to mitigate the fit issues. And the profile is low enough with a sloped case flank that if you want to wear this as a dress watch, it will easily slide underneath the cuff. Now, in terms of fit on the strap in particular, it wears well on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference, maybe 14 if your wrist is more oval than round. And you can see from over the top, as well as down the barrel, these lugs are not out over the edge of my wrist. The strap is high grade and integrated. It flows into the taper of the lugs as well as the swell of the thickness as though it were an integrated bracelet, so it preserves the essential aesthetic of the overseas. It's thick cut with massive layers of leather, an enormous sheer folded side. It is medium brown with monotone stitch, large symmetrical rectangular alligator scales, a very expensive cut of the material, and on the bottom, black calfskin. You can see here a brand new Vacheron strap, no crimping, no gouging, and it comes with a Vacheron steel double deploying clasp. Now you can see inside we have a combination of media blast and polish. We have the little Maltese cross motif that is the symbol of the company on the buckle, as well as the interior. It is a double fold, and one side features a twin trigger release. You have to press both triggers for it to pop open. It cannot pop open inadvertently. The strap is fixed to the case using screws and bars, which is the best way to do this. That's best practices. More security against dropping or accidental disconnection than if you had a spring bar setup. The case is a large tonneau with a combination of polished and satinated facets, and you can see that the bezel, which is a different material, it features media blasting, and you can see that it is darker by several shades than the steel of the case. Bezel and case both hand finished to a high degree. We have the Maltese cross on the crown, which is a screw down, and then we have little serrations on the shoulders surrounding the date adjuster, as well as the crown itself. Now you can see I'm able to jump the date using this little pusher. This is based on a JLC base caliber, but the JLC version of this movement has a pusher adjuster that requires a tool, whereas the Vacheron version features a adjuster that is integral to the case. And you can see it has a little titanium shoulder around it. There's a little plinth on which the crown sits, and you can see it has been satinated. We have that anthracite-colored titanium bezel, which has the Maltese cross motif all around. We have a Maltese cross on the dial in white gold. Of course, it's on the crown externally. The watch is 150 meters water resistant and resilient against 25,000 ampere per meter of electromagnetic flux density. Now on the dial, we have the little pointer style date. We have a power reserve indicator for the automatic winding, 40-hour power reserve. You can see it is polished. The watch features a second time zone, also in a 12-hour format, but with an AM/PM indicator adjacent. And you can see that when I pull the crown out all the way, I activate hacking seconds. And then there is an intermediate position where I can make adjustments to that second time zone. And you can see both the time and the day-night indicator are in action. So right there, I would be looking at a time between 11 and 12, because you know the little pointer is aimed at the crescent moon. So that's how you read that right there. Now, underneath the case back, we have that Vacheron 1222 movement that is based on a JLC 899. You could see several different finishings on the case back, and at center, the image of the Italian naval training vessel, Amerigo Vespucci, one of the most beautiful square-rigged ships in the world. The caliber is surrounded by a soft iron cage to give it protection against magnetism. That's why you don't see it. And then you can see several different finishings right here. We have circumferential concentric brushing, a lapping machine radial brushing, chiseling underneath the ship, the sky behind it, and then polishing of the ship and the sea beneath. The movement is a unidirectional automatic winder with a 4 Hz beat rate, 34 pivot joules, a 40-hour power reserve, stop seconds, the dual time capability, the power reserve indicator. It's a unidirectional winder with ceramic bearings, those two features improving winding efficiency, and it has a free sprung balance for greater shock tolerance, as well as more precise adjustment. The watch is loomed, in fact, quite well loomed, as you can see right here. And if you love this watch, reach out to me. I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for all of your purchase and pricing questions about this watch.